In order to be successful, you must have one big goal. I give a goal-setting exercise all over the world that is life-changing. I go back a year later, or 2 years later, or 3 years later, and I have thousands of people come up to me, almost like a guru or a sage, and they say, "You changed my life, you made me rich." And I said, "It was the goals, wasn't it?" And they said, "Yes, it was the goals. How did you know?" And what I teach is this, is take a piece of paper, make a list of 10 goals that you'd like to achieve in the next 12 months. These are one-year goals. Now, sometimes I'll have a 1 day, a 1 week, a 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, but they're all goals that you want to accomplish within 12 months. Then you look over this list and you say, if I could wave a magic wand and achieve any one goal on this list within 24 hours, which one goal would have the greatest positive impact on my life? And then you look at your list of 10 and the answer will jump out at you. And that becomes your major definite purpose. This becomes your major goal. Then you transfer this to a clean sheet of paper and you write a deadline when you want to achieve this goal. You make a list of everything that you could think of that you could do to achieve this goal. You then organize this list like a checklist in order of sequence. What do you do first? What do you do second? What do you do third? And then you take action on your goal, and then you do something on that goal every day, 7 days a week. It's a very simple system. Decide the most important goal, write it down, make a plan, work on it every day. And then all of your other goals will start to move forward. You'll start to make progress on the big goal, but all the other goals will start to move forward almost without you even paying attention to them. So that's really the key to success, is single focus. Warren Buffett and Bill Gates were at a dinner party with Bill Gates' father and a large number of other people at Bill Gates' home in Seattle last year. And they were chatting with each other, they're very good friends, and somebody came up to them and said, "Excuse me, gentlemen, I don't mean to interrupt you, but you're three of the most important, most successful people in the world. Bill Gates and Warren Buffett are number one, number two wealthiest men in the world. What would you say is the most important ingredient for success?" And they all stopped and broke off their conversation and all turned simultaneously and looked at the man and said, "Focus. Focus is the most important quality for success. If you can focus, you can do anything. If you can't focus, you must always work for someone else who will make you focus." Now, wonderfully enough, focusing is like learning how to ride a bicycle or type with a keyboard. It's a learnable skill. You can learn to focus by practicing focus until it becomes automatic. One of my favorite quotes is from Goethe, the German philosopher, and he said, "Everything is hard before it's easy." So the formation of any new habit is hard before it's easy. You have to keep working at it. It's just like a bicycle. You keep falling down. You have to keep getting back up again until finally it becomes easier and easier, and soon it becomes automatic. And when you automatically get up each day, plan your day, and work on your most important goal, your whole life will transform. I went to a top salesperson and I said, "Why are you earning 10 times as much as me?" And he said, "Show me your sales method and I will give you some advice." I said, "I don't have a sales method." He said, "Well, that's your problem." He said, "Selling is a science. It's like cooking with a dish in the kitchen or with a recipe. There's a formula to it. If you follow the formula, you make sales, and it has several parts. And if you don't make sales, except by luck." Well, that was the turning point in my life. And this was what I learned, is that you can learn anything you need to learn to achieve any goal you can set for yourself. And I teach that, and I've taught that for more than 30 years. You can learn anything you need to learn to achieve any goal you can set. If you want to become healthy or wealthy or raise happy children or build a successful business, you can learn how, which means there are no limits. And that was the big turning point in my life. So here are some guidelines for writing your goals. First, make sure you write them in the present tense as if your goal had already been achieved. For example, instead of saying, "I will earn X amount of dollars each year," write, "I earn X dollars each year." The reason we do this is because your subconscious mind can only register commands that are phrased in the present tense. Next, Write your goals in the positive sense. So instead of saying, I will quit smoking, you would write, I am a non-smoker. Finally, write your goals in the personal tense. In other words, all of your goals should start with the word I. This is the only way that your subconscious recognizes that this is a command coming from the head office, is when you say I plus an action verb in the positive sense. I earn X number of dollars this year. Very early age, I have been very persistent. And that's really the most important quality, because every successful person fails over and over again. You lose time, you lose money, you take bad jobs, you make bad investments, you start businesses that don't work, or you produce products that don't sell. So I have never thought about failure. And what I learned later was that successful people don't think about failure. If you say, what were your failures? They do not have an answer for you, because they can't think of having a failure. Successful people have learning experiences, painful learning experiences, expensive learning experiences, but I can't think of ever having failed. I've only had interesting learning experiences.